Hello, Iliana's Alliance members. It's good to be with you again. You may have noticed I skipped doing a video last month. I was out of the country for a while and we've been getting ready for some upcoming benefit dinners we're having, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. I want to continue this tradition though of giving you a little bit of glimpse into Forward Edge history. And this is a photo of me some years ago skinning a buffalo on the Crow Indian Reservation. We had been very involved, Forward Edge, sending teams to the Crow Reservation for a number of years, and the chief of the tribe invited me and some others to hunt for a buffalo on the reservation there. And I'm not much of a hunter, but I did get involved in the skinning of it and actually had to take a bite out of the heart of the buffalo only minutes after we had killed it. There were some Crow Indians with us, and that's a tradition that we wanted to reluctantly comply with. That was the most raw piece of meat I've ever had. And also I actually got adopted into the Crow Reservation years ago and was given the name Akaluiwa Kukshish, which means he who sends groups to help. I kind of was hoping it would be soaring eagle or running deer, but he who sends groups to help was pretty accurate. So anyway, I want to tell you a little bit about these upcoming benefit dinners we have. Actually, this Saturday, we're having one in the Seattle area. It's the third year that we've had it. We have twice as many people coming this year as last year. So we're very excited about that, watching that event grow from year to year. And then the weekend after that, we have our annual benefit dinner in the Portland area, a much larger event. And we're doing a lot to prepare for that. And as some of you may know, we now have an annual event in New York in June. And we had a very successful event there last year. And in fact, we had somebody in the room who had flown all the way up from Florida who now wants to host an event in Sarasota, Florida for us in March. So we're planning to do that. That could possibly become an annual event, we don't know, but we're excited to be able to introduce Forward Edge in a whole different part of the country, face-to-face with people that would turn out for that. So again, I wanted to just talk about something I've mentioned before, which is one of our top priorities, which is to fully fund all of the programs that we have in other countries. Now, the programs are fully funded. We are funding them through child sponsorships and people giving on a monthly basis. But there's still a deficit in the different programs, which we make up for every year with unrestricted donations. But the country where we have the largest deficit is Nicaragua, because it's a residential program, so the overhead is much higher than in other locations. So this, actually early next year, I'm going to be bringing some Forward Edge board members to Nicaragua to really brainstorm ways that we can cut costs. We've already done that over the last few months, made some significant cost-cutting decisions for that program, but also how do we generate more revenue to offset that deficit. And one of the people I'll be bringing along with these board members, many of whom are business owners, so they're sharp business people, is a man that I've made a good friendship with over the last few years, who had a large business developing software, and he had 600 employees in his business, most of them in Mexico and some in Ireland. He recently sold the business, and I've been talking to him about how he might be able to help us address this challenge of the deficit in Nicaragua. And he's actually excited about the possibility of starting a business. He has many contacts, obviously, with programmers in Mexico, Ireland, and here in the States. And the vision that he's considering, is bringing some of these programs down to programmers to Nicaragua to train local people to once again create software, with the lion's share of the profits of a business like that going to help the children in Nicaragua. So years ago, I went to a conference, and one of the main speakers was the president of Fuller Seminary, and he talked about the iceberg principle in relation to people who are leading organizations, that most of the time people just see the tip of the iceberg in terms of what that person is doing, but most of what that person is doing is often below the surface, and they are typically trying to keep bad things from getting worse or pursuing good things that never materialize. So this new business idea for Nicaragua may be one of those good things that never materializes, but I'm believing that that could be something that we pursue and that God blesses. So I also, just to remind you, the reason I'm doing these videos is to give you kind of a behind the scenes glimpse of some of the things happening with Forward Edge, things that I wouldn't share with everyone, and that I don't typically share with everyone. So, we're trying to bring you into the reality, the challenges we have. Every organization, every person has challenges that they have to address. And so we want these videos to be really transparent and honest and bringing you into the full picture of what God is doing through Forward Edge, so you can be praying with us and supporting us in whatever way God leads you. I want to say that we so appreciate you and your support of what God is doing through Forward Edge over the years. You're dear to us. We pray for you, and we appreciate your prayers for us. So I look forward to being with you again next time. It's good to be back with you, and I'll be back with you again next month. Please pray for our benefit dinners too. They're just right around the corner, that God would really bless them. Thanks so much. God bless.